Hello students. In this video we are going to do the question answers of your chapter Fascism and Nazism, or you can say the rise of dictatorship. So we finished the chapter and now we'll quickly move to the question answers. As I dictate them to you, you can write them, mark them, or you can listen to this video play pause method and do the question answers along with that in your fair copies. So let's begin. Question number 1. How did the Treaty of Versailles lead to the rise of dictatorship? So you can write this particular answer in 3 points and I'll be reading out to you in the points. It is, first point, by the Treaty of Versailles, Italy could not get any part of German and Turkish colonial empire. Second point, Germany had to cede large chunks of her territory to the victorious nations and pay heavy war indemnity, suffer in agricultural production, foreign investment, trade, etc. Third point, dictators like Mussolini and Hitler used the humiliation of the unjust terms of the Treaty of Versailles to exploit the sentiments of the people and offered dictatorship as a solution. So that is your answer number 1 in 3 points. Question number 2. How did the failure of the League of Nations lead to the rise of dictatorship? This you will again write in 3 points, and it is, first of all, it could not do anything with when the big nations like France, Poland, Italy and Japan were involved. Second, instead of collective security, the members ignored the League and entered into mutual political and military alliances. Third point, the member states did not favor economic sanctions because it could affect their own economy. So with this, we move to question number 3. What is meant by fascism? Your answer is, it means autocracy or dictatorship, one man, one party rule. Question number 4. For fascism, you can, for answer number 3, fascism, you can even describe the symbol of fascism, and that is the sticks tied in a bundle shows the unity, with the axe the power. Question number 4. What did the Italians feel that they had been deceived by the Treaty of Versailles? Your answer you will write, they could not get any part of the German and Turkish colonial empire. That made them feel that they were deceived by the Treaty of Versailles. Question number 5. How did the economic crisis after the First World War create unrest in Italy? Your answer 5 you will write in 3 points. Italy suffered heavy losses of life and property. Second point, after war, trade and industry ruined, her national debt was high and there was scarcity of food grains. Third point, it led to a large-scale unemployment. Question number 6. In what way was socialism a cause for the rise of fascism in Italy? Answer 6, again in 3 points you will write. First point, communists inflamed the atmosphere with revolutionary ideas. Second, peasants took away the land from landlords. Workmen organized strikes, damaged machines, and took hold of the factories. Third point, the industrialists viewed the growing strength of the labor unions with alarm and provided financial support to the fascists. Next, we move on to question number 7. Why did Mussolini control the press and the radio? The answer is, to curb the freedom of speech and to use press and radio for serving only the fascist cause or their own particular thoughts. Question number 8. State 2 underlying principles of fascism. These 2 underlying points They have given two, asked for two, you can write three of them so that you have an extra to remember. It is first point, dictatorship was the best form of government. Democracy was unsuitable as it widens the gulf between the rich and the poor. Second was, national progress only is only under one leader rule. Third point, an extra you can write, state must get precedence over individuals' interest because the state is of utmost importance. Question number 9. What did Mussolini do to solve the problem of unemployment? You will write in 2 points. Public works programs were started to reduce unemployment. Nationalized factories and mills were improved to give more work to the workers. Next is question number 10. It says, what was Mussolini's foreign policy? You will write Mussolini's foreign policy as fascist favored. Fascist is basically Mussolini itself, his group only. So you will write fascist favored aggressive foreign policies and regarded war as an instrument for furthering their national interests. Question number 11. Give any two positive results of fascism in Italy. So here you will write, it is question number 11. The answer you will write, first point, public works it is just very much similar to your answer 9 itself, that is why I'm confused. So yes, question 11 is public works program were started to create jobs. And then second point is there was eradication of illiteracy, provisions were made for children to receive education. So this is the second point, which is different. The first point is very similar to the one we have done in answer number 9, almost the same point. Question number 12. Why did Germans feel humiliated by the Treaty of Versailles? The answer you will write in 3 points. First, Germany was forced to cede large chunks of her territory to France, Belgium, Poland and Denmark. These are all the similar points. Her overseas possessions, colonies, were divided by the Allies in the war among themselves. And third point you will write, Germany was forced to pay heavy reparation and the total strength of army was limited or fixed, you can say. Question number 13. Why was the economic burden of Germany greater than that of other countries? You will write, because it had to pay huge amount of money as reparations. Second point, because Germany was deprived of her colonies, trading privileges, mineral producing in districts. Question number 14. In what way was the failure of Weimar Republic responsible for the introduction of Nazism? So your answer 14 is for 2 points. Basically all the answers have points. So you will write answer 14. First point, the Weimar Republic was a weak republic with no single party in majority, and that is why it could not work. Second point, successive coalition governments were unable to cope with the post-war problems. Public discontent, riots finally culminated in the introduction of a stronger group of Nazism. Question number 15. How did the spread of communism lead to the rise of Nazism in Germany? The answer you will write, first point, the communists inflamed the atmosphere with revolutionary ideas, and second is peasants took away the land from landlords, workmen organized strikes, they even damaged the machines and took hold of the factories. Question number 16. Give any two features of Nazism. So here you will write, first, to exalt nationalism and despise internationalism, peace and democracy. Second point, to advocate the rule by one great leader from a single party. Question number 17. Name the book in which Hitler first expressed Nazi principles. You will write, Hitler wrote the book Mein Kampf, in which he first showed the principles of his Nazi group, also known as My Struggle. Question 18. Give two consequences of Nazism in Germany. So you will write it as, I am reading it out from your book only. Hitler freed Germany from economic crisis and put an end to the problem of unemployment. The industrial production almost doubled and the foreign trade also expanded. Second point you will write, Hitler put an end to civil liberties. Those who were suspected of opposing him were treated harshly. Next is question number 18. Question number 19. Give one positive and one negative result of Nazism in Germany. So it will be very similar to the last answer only. Positive you will write, Nazism put an end to unemployment and economic crisis. And for the positive response you will write, this is the positive response, and for the negative response you will write, it led to the establishment of a totalitarian state in Germany which despised democracy. Question number 20. Do you think that the aims of the fascists and Nazi could have brought lasting peace and prosperity to their country? Do you agree with those aims? Why? The answer you can simply write no, because then you can write in 2 points. Because of their belief in supremacy of the state, which was leading to suppression of the fundamental rights and freedoms of all the individuals. And second point, they despised democracy and therefore they curbed the civil liberties. Question number 21. Did the totalitarian government have an appeal to the masses? Why? You will write again in points. First point, it took measures to improve the economic conditions to create more employment and opportunities. It took up projects of public work, built schools, hospitals, etc. And third point, it embarked upon an aggressive foreign policy and therefore it did have a mass appeal in Germany. So with this, we come to the end of the question answers of your Rise of Dictatorship, Nazism and Fascism. So in the next video, we will be talking about the next topic, next chapter, and that is your Second World War. So with this, we come to the end of this video.